What's up everyone, my name is Mr. Ghost010 and welcome to the second Formula PC news video. This video consists of 5 very important topics, so I suggest you watch the video in its entirety to be up to date. Before we start, I would like to thank TomF7 for the very kind compliment on Twitter about our league's development over the past 3 years. It is not often that Pico and I get compliments for what we do. Let's begin with the news video. The first topic is about communication. Our league uses 4 different methods to communicate with its members, which are Steam, Skype, Twitter and Discord. In Steam we have our own group with a group chat and group discussion, which is just like our forum on our website. On Skype we have our own group where we discuss rules or other important topics. The same goes for Twitter as well. I have created a group chat on Twitter and invited every member who has an active Twitter account. On Discord we even have voice chats additionally to normal text chats. I'm telling you all of this because on last Sunday, when the Bahrain Grand Prix ended, I contacted drivers who did not attend the race without giving notice, and found out that a few drivers did not even know that there was a round 1 on this day, but just a test race. Even after I released a screenshot of the calendar on all platforms mentioned earlier, as well as updating the calendar page on the website a week earlier as well. So please remember this. First, if you're not part of any of the groups mentioned earlier, please contact me and I will add you as soon as possible. Second, if you're unable to attend a race, then you have to tell me. You need a valid reason for it. Saying I don't like the track or I'm not in the mood is not a valid reason and will be counted as a no-show without a valid or any reason. And on top of that, penalized with 5 penalty points. The league has a whole page about its rules and regulations that you should have read at least once before starting a race. The website is not just there for me to play around with it in my spare time. It is your main source of information about rules, race results, standings, penalties applied to you or other drivers, and surprise surprise, news videos. So please check out the website more regularly. Usually when you tell me that you're unable to attend the race because you need to study for a test or an exam, or you're going out with your family, I'll say it's fine. But telling me nothing is the worst you can do. The second topic is about a rule that was broken by a few drivers, but I did not start an investigation as I felt it was my own mistake not explaining it well enough. The issue was the drivers who crossed the pit lane entry lines with all 4 wheels should stay in that area and pit. You are not allowed to leave this area when you entered it, unless you're in a battle with 1 or multiple cars and there is not enough room anymore, or you lose control over your car and you're unable to avoid crossing the line. The stringency of this rule may change depending on the track. I will inform you about changes before the races, just like in this video, for the United States Grand Prix later on. This rule does not apply for crossing the line at the exit of the pit lane, when driving on the track instead of pitting. So you can freely cross it all you want. When you pit and exit the pit lane, crossing the line will be penalized even if you lost control over your car and were unable to avoid it. So be careful on the throttle until your tires reach an optimal temperature for good grip levels. The third topic is about entering the pit lane. As you may or may not already know, the new game F1 2016 that this league runs on has the feature of having to manually slow down your car for the right speed before crossing the white line, which measures your speed. If you cross the line at 1 kph more than allowed, then you will be given a drive-through penalty by the game that you have to serve within 2 or 3 laps before being disqualified by the game. I am unable to remove drive-through penalties from the results of the race, as the time that you lose from it is never constant. So I want to remind you to be aware of your speed when entering the pit lane. Practice to find the optimal braking point before the race. The fourth topic is about lobby opening, recordings, and the stewards panel. A few members were confused and wondered why we started the test race at 6 PM and round 1 at 7 PM. The reason for that was that a former member wanted the lobby to be opened at 6 PM so he would be able to attend. I wanted to see how you guys would react to the lobbies to be opened an hour earlier than what we intended. It turned out that 2 drivers who would be able to attend at 7 PM were not able to attend at 6 PM, and the member who wanted it to be at 6 PM in the first place left the league before driving a race. So remember guys, the official time of the start of a Grand Prix is 7 PM UK time. The lobby will open 10 minutes earlier, so 6:50 PM, and I will already start sending out invites then. That gives us enough time to prepare the lobby for the race and not lose too much time waiting for drivers. Do not be surprised if you receive an invite even though you are already in the lobby. The reason for that is that I'm constantly going through my friends list, inviting members to the lobby so they could join, and that you have a spare invite that you can use to rejoin the qualifying or race should you disconnect for some reason. If everyone invites every driver in the lobby again, then everyone will have a lot of spare invites that they can use to rejoin. That does not work if your game crashes. In that case, Steam wipes all invites you received and you'll not be able to rejoin again, as we're unable to invite you in an ongoing session. If that happens to one or multiple drivers before 4 drivers set a lap time in qualifying, then I will ask everyone for a vote whether to restart or not. That is why it is very important that you have Discord installed, so that you can talk with us during a Grand Prix. We have a tutorial on our YouTube channel that explains how to download, install and set up Discord if you want to use it. If you have it installed and you're not in our server, then contact me through one of the methods mentioned at the beginning of this video. If you do not want to have Discord, then please unmute only me in the lobby so I can talk to everyone in there. Moving on. Remember to record your best qualifying lap and the whole race if the performance of your PC allows it. It is absolutely necessary to do that not only for the highlights videos, but also in case someone reports you for something that you have not actually done. It happens that sometimes drivers see different things on their screens, so the best way to defend yourself from penalties is to show the video evidence of your innocence. You can also use it to report false time penalties applied by the game. If the report is justified, we will remove the penalty from the results. Talking about reports and penalty removals, our website and Steam group discussion have steward panels, where you can report incidents or false penalties applied by the game. Make sure you report incidents that you have witnessed or been involved in yourself in either of these pages. You have 3 days after the end of the race to report incidents. The reason for that is that the results from the game are only provisional until Thursday next week. That gives us time to check out reports of incidents and give penalties to drivers who broke rules, which will obviously either affect the results of the race completed or the next race. Coming to the 5th and final topic of this video, the United States Grand Prix. It is round 2 out of 18 of season 4, and the track is very technical in the first sector, meaning that it is easy to cut corners on this track. Always remain within the white lines with at least 2 wheels in order to avoid a penalty, and as I mentioned earlier, be careful when entering the pit lane and do not cross the line unless you're definitely going through the pit lane. Be careful not to cut the corner when entering the pit lane and brake early enough to slow down the car enough and safely before the white line. The bollards in turn 11 and 12 do not indicate the track limits, so anyone abusing them in these corners will be penalized. Other than that, there's nothing more I have to say except for good luck and have fun. Like and subscribe for more news videos and make sure you follow us on Twitter. Links will be in the description. Bye bye.